dude, what are you doing? And he was like, no, Joe Biden is my friend. I like him. Stop calling him old. I'm old too. And it was just like very weird. And the meme at the time that someone actually said yesterday was, well, hey, keep fighting that battle, baby.
Vermont Independent Senator and former Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders. Senator Sanders, when you hear...
Please don't use the place where presidents and politicians can make direct information releases. You should use Wikipedia. That way you can do a Jubilee video saying that Biden can win 2 days before he drops out. No way. Did that actually happen? That's awesome. Fraudulent. All right, let's talk about Bernard Sanders.
You hear phrases like that DEI hire already being used, or you hear an Ohio State senator today at J.D. Vance's rally warning it would take a civil war to save the country if Trump is not elected. What does it tell you about what lies ahead in the next few months in this campaign?
Well, it's going to be a brutal campaign. I believe that Kamala Harris is going to be the next president of the United States. And I think, Anderson, she has a chance to win this election big if we can focus on the serious problems facing working families all over this country. Politics is not a game. It's not about polls.
It was actually a video on Biden should stay in. Oh my God. Solid political instincts. Solid.
Or misstatements. What it's about is what we can do to address the fact that 60% of our people are living paycheck to paycheck, while the people on top have never, ever had it so good. 50% of our seniors are living on $30,000 a year or less. I believe, President Biden believes, and I think the Vice President believes, that we should expand Social Security, raise those benefits to make it easier for the elderly to get by and pay for the prescription drugs that they need. We have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any nation on earth. And what we have got to do is do what we did in the American Rescue Plan, is make the child tax credit permanent. That's $300 a month per kid. We cut childhood poverty by 40%. We got to bring that back because it's really tough to raise a kid with the cost of child care and everything else in this country. You got workers out there making $10 an hour. Nobody can get by on 10, 11 bucks an hour. Got to raise that minimum wage to a living wage. If the vice president campaigns on an economic agenda, among other things, she's going to win and win big.
Have you talked to her since President Biden dropped out? And if so, what did you say to her?
Well, I did talk to her, but you know those conversations are private.
I figured.
But again, I think, yeah.
Vice President Harris, though, has now been endorsed by at least 41 Democratic senators, 186 Democratic representatives, 23 Democratic governors. You've yet to endorse her. You'd previously supported President Biden staying in the race. Will you? What's going to take for you to endorse the vice president?
Well, I'm sure that I will, but I want to just chat with her, and I want to.
Why are a bunch of people asking me about Erdogan? Am I getting like Discord rated or something? There's like a bunch of people have come in here to be like, Erdogan. There's a big community of people boycotting him right now, and they're really annoying. Bro, what do you mean? Boycotting Erdogan? That's just called making less than $350,000 a year, okay? And as someone who makes more, I also tend to boycott Erdogan, because why the fuck would I go there? It's the same exact shit you can get anywhere else, just upmarked. Yeah, guys. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm boycotting mega yachts, okay? I need you guys to understand something. I'm bravely and boldly boycotting mega yachts, okay? I think that it's... Like, what are you talking about, dude? Boycott... Yeah, I guess we're all boycotting Erdogan. I'm boycotting private jets. I have been on a private jet one time, okay? Because it was a free ride that I could hitch, and I did it in 2015, I think, or 2016. And guess what? Ever since then, I've been boycotting it, and I'm going to continue boycotting it. Canceled? I mean, yeah, people have yelled at me before. What is happening? Brave, thank you. Thank you for recognizing my bravery in this statement. I hope all Americans can come together All Americans, especially those who are coming from a working class background, can come together and join me in boycotting Erewhon. Is that where you got the fancy Dr. Pepper? You think Erewhon sells Dr. Pepper? Are you kidding me? Erewhon sells PhD Pepper, okay? They sell their own version and it's upmarked to oblivion.
Make sure, look.
Yeah. I'm boycotting Rolly watches, Audemars. I'm boycotting Birkin bags. Not gonna lie, the expression in this photo in the private jet is really funny. Yeah, that's this is from the David Dobrik vlog. the award show that I was presenting at. For those of you who don't know the memes, the award show that he was presenting at hitched them a private jet, the Dobrik squad, and they were like, "Hey, I heard you're also at Coachella. Would you like to, fly to New York from Coachella?" I was on shrooms. Bro looks so comfortable. Oh, I was high as dude. I was zooted. I was on mushrooms. I mean, of course, shiitake mushrooms. I would never do something illegal. Erewhon sells plastic bags for $80. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Hold on. I don't want to if you're broke, just say so. I just don't understand who that's for. Who is man. I was wondering if we could make plastic bags more expensive. Who is this for? Who is going, oh, dude, I want a plastic bag, but I want to make sure that it's $80. That makes no damn sense. Anyway, let's continue.
This is a consequential campaign. It is, when we talk about the future of the planet and climate change, we have to make sure that we elect the vice president. When we talk about economic rights, we got to make sure that we elect the vice president. I just want to make sure that her campaign understands that for too many people in this country, when they look at Washington, D.C., they feel ignored, they feel insulted, that people are not understanding what is going on in their lives. Life expectancy for working class people is 10 years shorter than it is for the rich. And working class people want a government that represents them and not corporate America. And I just want to make sure that the vice president, as I'm sure she will stand up strongly with an agenda that speaks to the long neglected needs of working families. And if she does that, she's going to win and win big.
Would you have liked to have seen, more of a, there were some, people who had talked about some sort of shortened primary process. Would you have liked to have seen more people having a chance to kind of throw their hat in the ring, debate these issues, talk about these issues, make their case, all the issues that you've just discussed to the American people?
Well, this has been a really weird election process. It goes without saying. I have not been overjoyed to see the kind of attacks against the president, President Biden, by the corporate media and by some of the wealthy donors, forcing him to leave the campaign. And I think a lot of that was just not right. But he is out of the race right now.
He had no problem endorsing Hillary Clinton in 2016. I have literally no clue why he's endorsing her. He also endorsed and fought hard for Joe Biden. I suspect the only reason why he's holding out is because he wants to get assurances. That's probably the only reason. Because I think that, no. The reason why he endorsed and defended Biden was not only because he's an old man. He literally would not even fight against Biden hard enough. Something that I yelled about endlessly. If you were here in 2019 and in 2020, you heard me scream about this over and over again. Dude, what are you doing? And he was like, no, Joe Biden is my friend. I like him. Stop calling him old. I'm old too. And it was just very weird. And the meme at the time that someone actually said yesterday was that when he first became senator, Joe Biden was the only person nice to him, and he just never let that go. It's the school shooter that walks up to the one guy that gave him a Snickers bar and says don't show up to school tomorrow energy. He's just everybody hated me except Biden was kind of nice to me at first. So I will just never let that go. I will always forever defend him. But that's besides the point. That's neither here nor there. I think like there is obviously a reason why he's still holding out. And I suspect it's probably because like he got a bunch of assurances from the Biden camp and he wants that commitment to be reiterated to him. You know what I mean? Like, because Biden has on the messaging front, especially in this re-election campaign, we didn't really talk about it too much, but like Biden did adopt a lot of progressive measures in his policies, and I kept reiterating the position that like he was the worst messenger for it, but the message itself was solid. You know what I mean? Because it was. I mean, a 5% rent control cap instituted at the national level is not going to be something that they can do, but it's like a phenomenal way to try to run a re-election campaign, because it's the most significant, most consequential thing. Every renter is like, oh my God, I love that. I'm a renter. I hate how much rent has increased in the past couple of years. Putting a stop to that is phenomenal. You are addressing directly. Stop making jokes about the $55. Come on, we're talking about the policy. Okay. Like for those guys, for a lot of renters, like, you know, that's immediately a pocketbook issue, right? Immediately a pocketbook issue. But even the $55 joke that you guys are making low key is not even a joke. It goes, it basically is the same issue that I was mentioning, which is that he on the messaging because he is not the best person to deliver that message. He's too old. Bernie literally built Biden's cabinet. You would never get someone as progressive as Lena Khan appointed to the FTC chair with anyone else in power, and the NLRB as well. I think Sanders was a junior partner in the coalition. The progressives were a junior partner in the coalition for sure. And they did get a lot of FaceTime, I think, with the president. So they have this loyalty to him on top of everything else. And I think he wants like that same commitment. He wants that same commitment from Kamala Harris. That's what I'm thinking.
Kamala Harris is going to be the candidate, and I will do everything I can to make sure that Trump is defeated and that she is elected.
And just briefly, you know, several names have obviously been floated as possible running mates. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, North Carolina Governor Dwight Cooper, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear. Do you have somebody you would recommend?
Look, at a time when we are moving toward an oligarchic society where a small number of billionaires exercise incredible power over our economic and political systems, I want
verdict on Dr. Pepper. I like it.
A ticket which is prepared to stand up and fight for working class people. That's what I want. And there are a number of people out there who are prepared to do that. But that's who I would like to be part of that ticket.
This morning, the Republican